Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm playing Familiars again. This is one of my favorite decks. It's the deck that I'm pretty much known for, and we use Sunscape Familiar to cost reduce our blue spells. The point of this specific list is that we're going to cost reduce Ghostly Flicker to cost 1 mana, then we're going to Ghostly Flicker on Archaeomancer and Prosperous Pirates. I'm going pretty all in here with 3 Flickers, 3 Pirates, and 3 Archaeomancer. And trimming on a bunch of stuff. We're trimming on counterspells, so we have just 2 counterspell in the main deck. We have Prismatic Strands for red, and just to make sure that we don't get interrupted. We have 2 Deep Analysis and Loring Revealed, and then I have 1 Compulsive Research. In paper, you could play 3 Deep Analysis, but online, you can't really Deep Analysis mill your opponent very easily, so we're going to Compulsive Research. Last video, I tried playing this kind of deck with Lotus Petal, which was kind of mid, but fun. And then at the same time, that league was so weird that, you know, we got to run it back. I have been having a hard time playing Pauper. Its format feels pretty stale and stuck, so I'm trying to expand my boundaries and do weird stuff. So that is the things that I'm working on right now. Sideboard for this deck has Dust to Dust and Revoke Existence, Snapback for Glee, Lose Focus for Control decks, and Hydroblast for red. If you're interested in sideboard guides, check out patreon.com/calicais, and if you want early access to videos, that is on the YouTube membership option. Check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about the matches. Tell me if Prosperous Pirates plus Ghostly Flicker gets you excited, and we'll see you in the matches. Here in round 1, we have a Preordain and then nothing really else to do. I think this is probably a mulligan. Unfortunately, this is a really bad hand. We're going to mulligan. Our opponent's on 5 as well. Okay, so what do we do here? This is good. We could just get an island, put back these 2 cards. I feel like the Faithful is generally good against the format, so I want to keep it. 5 cards could be a combo deck, but it could also just be like Gruul or something. Let's get rid of the 2 Preordains. Bridge. They're on some sort of Jund deck, potentially the Wildfire or the Jund Glee deck. So I can go land, pass the turn. Wellspring from the opponent, that's pretty normal. So that could be, you know, anything at this point. I think I'm going to cycle for the dual land, untap, and then I'm going to just Modern Age away the Deep Analysis. I like to put Modern Age on the table as fast as possible. Modern Age. And then turn 3, we can go tap land plus draw 2. Let's discard the Strands instead here. Plays Refurbished Familiar. I guess I'm going to get rid of the... I'm afraid of them having, like, a Nile Spellbomb right now. Let's get rid of the island. Next turn, we draw, discard the Deep Analysis, play land, Deep Analysis. Refurbished Familiar means they're on the Jund Junk. A very boring deck. So this is going to be a long, drawn-out game. We're going to draw and discard. Discard the Deep Analysis. Draw 2. If I draw Chancery, I'd rather... Well, maybe not. I was thinking I would rather play the Chancery, but maybe it's not the greatest because of the Wildfire from the opponent. Although our opponent is, you know, not making a ton of land drops. Okay, they're on 4 lands now. And they are trying to play Chrysalis. No, it's a Thorn. Great. So we have to overpower the Thorn. We'll flip into a creature. Play the Faithful. Land, Modern Age, maybe? Try to put more creatures on the table as fast as possible. Okay, another Modern Age. Play Faithful. Tap these 2, pick up the land, and then play the Modern Age. I think maybe just discard the Preordain. Pass the turn. So they have to start dealing with my Vector Gliders, or I'm going to be attacking for the Monarchy. But they could block for the Monarchy really easily by playing Chrysalis. Looks like they're going to try to cast another Refurb. Wildfire, Deadly Dispute, okay. They draw a bunch of cards. And there's the Chrysalis. Prismatic Strands does not work very well against Chrysalis. But hopefully we can just draw cards on our own. I don't think this third Modern Age right now is very good, so that seems like the pitch at the moment. We draw Pirates, so parts of our combo are in hand. I'll discard the Modern Age and then just jam a Muldrifter. Go to 17 life. Another Faithful. Okay. Just want to hold up the strands for a Krark-Clan Shaman or something. Our opponent plays yet another Chrysalis. They are drawing a lot of cards. It's going to be very difficult for me to keep up with that. Plays Writhing Chrysalis. Okay. So they are going to Deadly Dispute a Chrysalis token, making the Chrysalis gigantic. Yeah, you got it. You have big spaghetti. They use a Snuff Out on the Muldrifter. Muldrifter too strong. So but their lack of card advantage is not really bothering them at the moment. We'll discard an Ash Barrens. Go Faithful, Preordain, Mancer back to Lorien Revealed. Hopefully. They attack in. I can't afford to block. Okay. So I do have the plan set up. Faithful into Preordain. These are huge though. It's 12 damage from just the Chrysalises because of the extra spawns. So we go to 14 life. Snap is not super good at the moment. I'll bottom both of these. Another Faithful. We'll Mancer and get back to Lorien Revealed. Opponent's turn. I think the main thing that I want to do here is just try to take actions really super fast so that we don't have to worry about clock. Whereas our opponent is taking actions slowly, so they're going to have to worry about clock for real. It looks like they have a gigantic Nyxborn Hydra. Nice. Where we really got hosed here is the fact that they landed the Monarch so soon. Couldn't really play around everything, but they mulliganed to 5 and they had the Monarch in hand. Great, so this is 16 damage. Let's see how they attack. Just for 10, huh? Does not care to threaten lethal. Okay. Plays out the Krark-Clan Shaman. What a bleh deck. Let's see. So Faithful. I have 5 mana. Then I'll have 2 mana. I just have to Lorien Revealed. Go to 9 life. Don't think I have any outs. Let's Preordain. Go to 12 life. Snap Modern Age. I mean, okay. Pass the turn. We are barely surviving still. We play a Blood Fountain and a Wellspring. Drawn lots of cards. They're going to attack in for 10. Sure. 16 this time. Okay, so I'm going to block with Vector Glider. They play a land. Blood tokens, discarding a Slagwood's Bridge. Draws for the Monarchy. They got it going on. We need to find a familiar flicker. I'll go Faithful. Chancery. Pick up the planes. We Modern Age, discarding the planes. Guess the best case scenario, I draw a Faithful and then I just snap and replay the Archaeomancer over and over. Draw a Deep Analysis. Think I can maybe go for snap on something. I could just snap the Archaeomancer. Let's see if that resolves. We go to 10. Every spell is +4 life, which is pretty good. Our opponent cracks with the Krark-Clan Shaman. Okay. So essentially, if they hold priority, they can put a bunch of these triggers on the table. And the Krark-Clan Shaman's going to die. And then we just strands on red. And they have a Snuff Out. Yeah, that's enough for me, I guess. Cool. So we need... Strands is bad. Some number of Revoke Existence is probably okay. And then some number of Lose Focus. I'll cut on a Prosperous Pirates and a Flicker. Could bring in Hydroblast. Then I'll just trim 1 Snap, 1 Faithful. It's a very strange board plan that I've got going on. Okay, we're on the play. Let's see if we can make it happen. We know what's going on now. This hand is not great, but we do have the Modern Age, so Modern Age can help a lot. I'll start with the Floodplain. They lead on Drawsforge Bridge. Double Modern Age. Let's pitch one of the Chanceries. And a Hydroblast. I like that a lot. Play Twisted Landscape. Do they have the Wildfire turn 2? Easy day. They did. Okay. They've got the forest. We're looking to draw into counterspell, lose focus, find a familiar. I can discard this landscape, then cycle this for an island, then play the Chancery, because now I have the Hydroblast to counterspell another wildfire. I play an Ichor Wellspring and draw a card. They specifically didn't crack the landscape, making me think that they were trying to look for a land. Now they crack it. So they did find the land that they wanted. Gets the black for the snuff out. Okay. Let's go land, familiar. Modern Age does not play around snuff out, unfortunately. Because we could flicker this familiar to play around snuff out. Okay, they've got... We did find a counterspell. But if they play the Monarch right now and have snuff out, we're kind of hosed. Refurbished familiar. Okay. I guess I discard a land. The Eviscerator's inside the Wellspring. Currently 5 minutes behind on clock. Okay. Nile Spellbomb. Okay. We draw. I will discard this Hydroblast. Play a land. Play Archaeomancer. Try to get back the Hydroblast. And they crack the Spellbomb in response. Okay. Looking for some pirates and Mole Drifters, so I can go Drifter, Flicker, Drifter. I'm attacking in. They're at 18. Finally, things are happening. Let's see what happens now. Another refurb, it looks like. No, 2 mana. Cast down. So let's flicker these two in response. Okay. We get back the flicker. Cast down is countered. They have 3 mana left. They have decided it's important to wildfire my land. Okay. Declines to attack. Plays a Blood Fountain. No Mole Drifter. Darn. Okay, time to attack. I guess I'm just going to play the land out. I could hold it for another refurb. I don't know if that's good or not. I'll counterspell that one. I play a Chrysalis. 3 cards left. Another refurb would be frustrating. 2 mana. Plays a Lembas. Okay. I think maybe it makes sense to flicker a Vector Glider right now. So that I can just loot once and untap and loot more. Get back to flicker. We put Snap into the graveyard. Okay. I'm gonna lose focus. Anything else? Faithful? I guess I could discard the Faithful at the moment. Lose focus is nice though. It's pretty important that we win this game, because if we do, our opponent's very unlikely to be able to win on time. We're playing Avenging Hunter. Okay, counter. This deck is playing all the mistakes. They've got the bridges, they've got the refurb, they've got the Writhing Chrysalis, they've got the Avenging Hunter. The hits don't stop coming. Deadly Disputes on the Lembas. Now they have 2 mana again. No attacks. Do I want to flicker again? I think so. Does not play around removal spells. Come on, opponent. Okay, instead of Pyroblasting the flicker, they Pyroblast the Archaeomancer. Sure. So what do we mill? Mortuary Mire. Oh my god, no. That's the actual worst case. Alright. Draw. Discard Snap. Preordain. Kind of need to get rid of the Blood Fountain, but let's get bottom this, top this. Draw 2. We'll draw 2 more. Okay, so is there a way that I can win now? Maybe. I need another Archaeomancer. I didn't take any out of the deck. Took 1 pirate out. It's my last flicker. Our opponent is going to get back Avenging Hunter and Refurb. Refurbs away my Revoke. Now they feel like they can attack in for 4. We're at 13. I'll start with a Preordain. Another Drifter and a Lorien. Top. I'm going to attack with the Vector Glider. Kind of a weird play, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, I figured they would double block here. They're not going to do it. Almost suckered them in. Let's play out a Mole Drifter. Land. Pass the turn. Now do they hold back just to get the initiative? A blood token, discarding breath weapon. Here comes the Avenging Hunter. Okay. We still have Compulsive in the deck, so we could Compulsive Mill them with double Archaeomancer. There's a Wellspring. Maybe I don't want to yield. I think I have to cycle this for an island. 3 mana. We're going to play a 1/2 Nyxborn. 2/3 Nyxborn. Okay. So we're close to dead. Our opponent's tapped out. Cycle for an island. I need like Familiar Archaeomancer. We have 3 Familiars, 2 Pirates, 2 Archaeomancers left. Get a land. There's a fam. So I'll play the Familiar. Land. They have 4 blockers in the air. Start by evoking the Muldrifter. Unfaithful and Pirates. I think I flicker here and here. I'll have 3 mana. Maybe just flicker the island. Draw 2 cards. That's my last flicker in the deck. We found a second Familiar. So we can go land, play the Familiar. We're super dead to a board wipe. Play the Prosperous Pirates. Then we go Faithful and Deep Analysis. I'm at 14 life. Bound to lose focus on a preordained. Let's see if I can survive. I think our opponent's best play is to scry into a board wipe. They decide that they want to make the Avenging Hunter a 7/6. Plays a Forest. Lembas, okay. 7 minutes on clock. Play the Nile Spellbomb, okay. So we lose. This is the worst. Horrible, 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 horrible. Deadly Dispute and draw more cards. They're attacking in. We'll try to kill the Avenging Hunter. Avenging Hunter is dead. They killed the pirate. Find a Muldrifter. Let's preordain. Maybe I can get rid of something on the table and then get in. Probably not. I have a Revoke Existence. So I'll top, exile your Hydra, I guess. Okay. Play Muldrifter. My win condition is now the clock. Chancery back. Plains. Passing. If I attack with everything, we lose all of our creatures. They pull some Marasa, so not right now, thank you. I'll just say no. Now we lose 5 life to the initiative. Plays another Chrysalis. Okay. Getting in. I'll block. I'll play another Familiar. Jam another Muldrifter. And now I have 5 attackers in the air. They have 4 blockers. And a Hydroblast that doesn't really do anything. Okay. I'm passing the turn. I'll cycle my land. Put some triggers on the stack. They draw for the initiative. 4 minutes on the clock. They go Duress. I will cast a Hydroblast and attempt to destroy this Writhing Chrysalis, even though it won't work. Gives me a trigger. That's a reason to play Hydroblast over Blue Blast in your Familiars deck. They have even more graveyard hate with the Bajuka Bog. Plays the Lembas again. They're getting it for 4. I'm going to not block this time. I'll go to 10. Deadly Disputes the Lembas. Wonder if they got rid of the Krark-Clan Shamans. They're doing something. They have another Writhing Chrysalis. The Spaghetti are here. A counterspell. Okay. Maybe I try to, like, just block the Chrysalises and survive. Okay, so what do they reveal? Snuff out Bridge, Swamp, Blast, Snuff out Ichor, Wellspring, Lembas, Cast down Wellspring, Lembas, Deadly Dispute, no creatures. Plays a land. They're getting in. I'll block 1, because this is lethal otherwise. Take 3. Go to 7. I need some spells. I have Archaeomancer. It doesn't do anything though. Oh boy. Our opponent is now moving pretty quickly. They have 2 minutes on clock. Uh-oh, I have to stay aware of the initiative trigger for trap. I totally forgot about that. Because they're back around the other side on the initiative. I'll counterspell this refurb. That puts me up to 8 life. Allows me to play something to get back with the Archaeomancer. They're attacking in. I'm gonna block and block here. Okay. We have a Prosperous Pirates. That's a blocker. Make some treasures. Doesn't really do anything. Play Archaeomancer. Get back the counterspell. We have 8 creatures. Should I try to gang block the Chrysalis and make a refurb bigger? It's a 4/3. They duress away the counterspell that's in my hand. I will respond. Cast down on the Faithful. They're attacking in. So we'll double block here. Block here. And then double block here. And double block here. Wait. This gives me no creatures to attack with, though. Block there. Blocked as much as I could. They're making some bigger creatures now. Okay, 20 seconds left on the clock. Get a trigger. Pick up a land. So I'll attack with my Muldrifter. We get the initiative. Okay. That takes away a trigger on their side. 13 seconds. I really shouldn't have scooped game 1. They got me good. I wish they would have played faster. What a waste. Oh, man. Walker 7-35. You stink. All right, GG. We'll see you in round 2. Round 2. Mentally exhausted, but I'm physically awake. Let's do it. Keep. Start on the landscape and pass a turn. Wonder what my opponent is up to. No, it's gonna be the same thing. Okay. I hope it's not the same thing. Please. I'm once again asking you. Let's play the Chancery. Just assume that we can get this off. Our opponent plays a Twisted Landscape. Now we get to see if they want to aggressively wildfire my land. They do. Now it's like they were on the play. We'll go Modern Age. Discard the Faithful. Don't really need it right now. So this time I guess I just have to never ever ever scoop so that they time out in game 2. Chromatic Star means it's probably Wildfire, or not Wildfire, it's probably Glee. Plays a land. Okay, we can discard a Pirate, and then we'll Compulsive ourselves, discarding 2 cards, discarding the 2 Modern Ages. I think I probably just go Familiar into Evoke the Drifter. A Malevolent Rumble, they found the Brute Scale. Cracks the Landscape for a Forest. They could have played Brute Scale out, but they didn't. We find a counterspell off the top. That is pretty solid. Familiar has the turn. Next turn, we can play out the Pirates, have extra mana on the table. I think I have to just aggressively counter the Brute Scale. A Malevolent Rumble. Okay, there's the Brute Scale Sadistically combo. Let's see if they take the second Brute Scale or the first Sadistically that I know of. They're probably not taking the Landscape or the Chrysalis. They choose a second Brute Scale. Okay, interesting. So that means that they have a Glee in hand. With double Brute Scale and Glee in hand, I can't afford to counter the Brute Scale, so I have to try to counter the Glee. If they'd chosen the Glee over the Brute Scale, I would have countered the Brute Scale. There's the Glee from hand, counter. So they have Brute Scale and 2 Unknowns in hand. 5 mana. This puts me back to... I wonder if I should just Drifter, Flicker, Drifter. Okay, I'm going to evoke the Drifter. This means I could draw into a Snap or another counterspell. I'll Flicker here. No main deck Snuff Out. We found the counterspell. Wow. Okay, land. I will attack you for 2. I will not be countering the Brute Scale. Looks like they have... Okay, Evolution Witness, huh? I will counterspell that. Doink. Sort of a lucky counterspell for me, for sure. Plays a Wellspring. 5 mana on the table. That puts me back to 3 mana on the table. I think we just need to keep attacking in. I'm preordaining looking for... Okay, we found Familiar and Snap. So we'll go Sunscape Familiar, preordain into the Snap, bottom of the land, play the Chancery, and attack for 4. Now we win if we find Archaeomancer. So I probably just preordain first, trying to find a Mancer, and then combo off. I've got my glasses ready. Deadly Dispute on the Wellspring for the opponent. Now they have 4 unknowns in hand. They can draw 2 more cards by cracking their Chromatic Stars. Plays another Wellspring. I'd like to leave this open. Maybe I should just get rid of that. They have what? They have Brute Scale in hand. We know about it. Gets in for 2. Okay. Plays a bridge. 4 unknowns in hand. Let's draw. Flicker. Okay. Preordain. I'll bottom, top the snap. Play out the pirate. And then evoke the Mole Drifter. Snap the Drifter. So I'd like Drifter, Snap, Drifter a couple of times to draw a bunch of cards. Let's evoke it again. There's a Mancer. Snap. Yay! Okay, it's combo time. Let's do it. Mancer. Get back the counter spell. And then we'll go ahead and flicker here, building up some mana. And you'll be able to see like how slow the treasures are. I've asked Magic Online multiple times to please do a select all and crack for X color, but they have not done it. They don't think it's that important. They don't care about the Pauper grinders. Let's just put a Mole Drifter on the table. Play another Archaeomancer. The Archaeomancer is going to get back the counter spell. Then we flicker here and here to get back the flicker. Then we're just going to make a bunch of mana again. It feels so cool to when FAMS is like a pure combo deck like this, you just go off. And what's funny is that I don't know if our opponent knows that they're dead. It should be obvious, but they have decided that they want to continue, which is fine. Flicker, get back counterspell. We already have the counterspell. We'll get back the snap. Snap this thing. Play the Faithful. That's probably not wise because it adds triggers. And now they've realized, sweet, I did what I came to do. So I'll bring in the Snapbacks, get rid of the Strands. I'm gonna get rid of all the Faithfuls. Bring in a Lose Focus and some number of Hydroblast. Lose Focus is pretty mid in this matchup. Okay, let's keep. We have a Hydroblast for their turn 2 Wildfire. We have Modern Age to pitch the Deep Analysis. I like it. We don't have any interaction for the Brute Scale though. They go Bridge, land, pass the turn. So turn 2, we're looking at land, Preordain. There's a Brute Scale, that's bad. We found the Snapback. Okay, I'm gonna Preordain. Another Snapback. Interesting. I will bottom that one, top the snap, play land, and pass the turn. We're probably going to exile the Modern Age to the Snapback if they go for it. So best case scenario, they go Swamp, put the Glee on, and then they adapt, and then I kill them. Beat them down. Malevolent Rumble for the opponent, finding Swamp, Duress, Deadly Dispute. Okay, they choose Swamp, so if they have the Glee, now's the time. They played the Landscape, not the Glee. Okay. Interesting. So I guess I just snap the Brute Scale and then play the Modern Age, discarding Deep Analysis. Bounce this thing. And they might not know that this is coming, but I really need to draw land. Did not. Bad news. So they already have the Swamp out. Plays an Ichor Wellspring. Okay. Missing my land drop was not great. And now I didn't even get to counter their Wildfire. They get to get that off. Find a Plains. I'll discard the Modern Age. Go Preordain. Bottom. Off the Landscape. I'll play the Landscape out and pass. I just want another blue source. They're drawing cards like crazy over there. It's gonna be tough. They play a land. Another Wellspring. Okay, looks like I'm going to be cracking this for my island. We'll untap. Another island. Land. I'll draw 2. I'm trying to find a familiar. Didn't. Sad. Get rid of the Mancer. Okay, they gave me the opportunity to counter their Wildfire. Doink. Cycle for an island. They don't know what's going on their side. Find Prosperous Pirates. Okay. So I can play that out and store them in on the table. Get in for 2. We've not found a familiar in the top, so that's been the big problem. I could counter this right now, but then I have to, like, snapback is not going to work out. With 10 cards in hand, I'm going to say we're probably dead. They play the Brute Scale. They're just passing. Weird. My turn. They discard Satan Raken. Let's go Familiar, and then land into Moldrifter. They snuff out my Moldrifter. Okay. I don't know how good Snuff Out is in the matchup, but it's nice that for them that they got to take me off that mana. I'll attack in for 5. Now I'm truly clocking them. Blocks with the spawn. Okay. And they're gonna Deadly Dispute it. Pretty nice. Indeed. They go to 12. Cycle's a landscape. I'll counterspell your Wildfire, I think. Looks like they've got a Chrysalis. No, they cycle another landscape. So they're kind of whiffing. They go to rest. We're going to bounce the Brute Scale right now. Getting rid of all of our spells. If they have the safekeeping, they can't combo this turn. So it appears they had the safekeeping. Duress is going to resolve and see 0 cards that they can take. We got him. Plays a land. Brute Scale back on the table. Find a snap. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can Archaeomancer for the snapback. And then attack with everything. Clocking him more. This is 7 damage. They go to 5. It seems clear that they have... Okay, so they just had more Duresses. What do I do now? Attempt to snap your creature. They safekeeping. I'll bounce it again. Just trying to stress their mana. They adapt it. So we're basically hoping that they don't have munitions. There we go. They've got the Glee. They worked hard. We will come back when they do something. They've got Evolution Witness. I don't know what that gets back right now, but okay. They adapt the Witness, so they get back, what, a Wellspring maybe? Okay. Plays the Wellspring. They have to pass the turn. We find a Snap. Snap the Brute Scale. They do not currently have a way to interact with that. They hard cast a Snuff Out on the Drifter. What? They misclicked and they used the 3rd life to hard... Oh no, they do. They just have double Snuff Out. Oh man. That sucks. Okay. Dang. They're at 1 life. I'll attack with my Prosperous Pirates. See if they want to trade the Evolution Witness for it. Nope, they block with a Spawn. So they have Brute Scale in hand. I thought they misclicked and I was going to attack for lethal. They just go Brute Scale beats. Broodies. Trip Brute Scales over there. We need a flyer. Weird, weird situation. Come on, flyer. We have a pirate. Pass the turn. Looking for a flicker, I guess. I can put a lot of mana on the table. They find a Wellspring. I think I've exiled all my Moldrifters. Multiple of them, but not all of them. No attacks. Come on. Okay, Modern Age. Looking for Deep Analysis, I guess. Counterspell. That's bad. Pass. We mill over a counterspell. I guess it's not a flyer, though. The next turn, we draw for turn and then loot. Our opponent's giving their creatures all +1/+1. Going wide. Yep, everything's huge. 3/3 is ginormous. Chromatic Star cycles, so they get to draw another card. And what do they find? They play a Swamp. So, in 3 turns, I have a 2/3 flyer that can get in for lethal. It is threatening. Discard this. Play the Chancery. Pick up the Plains. No attacks. They just play their land out again, so we know we're in the clear. Flicker would be great because I could flicker a bunch of times to get mana, and then I could hold the flicker. Okay, find an Ash Barrens. Play my Plains. Pass the turn. Maybe they're scared of a counterspell. Oh no, they found a deadly dispute. 3 mana. Witness. Okay. So what are they going to do with it? They can witness back the Glee. Then they can draw a few cards. They can witness the Glee, Glee on the witness, sack the spawn to get the Wellspring, play the Wellspring, sack the spawn to get the Wellspring, play the Wellspring over and over, and then hope that that will do it. They adapt. They're currently at 9 minutes on clock. Once again, we're just in the hole against the Jund deck. I think I would go for the Witness. Okay. They put it on the one that can attack. That makes sense. Gets a star. Ah, that's neat. Plays the star. They get to sacrifice the star. They're looking for a Chrysalis. They found a deadly a Glee, okay. So now they can get back everything, draw their deck. But because we are in this situation where our opponent has 8 minutes on clock, we unfortunately have to let them go for it. They're getting back some stuff from the graveyard. Cycling the star over and over. Yeah, they're just working on the stars, I guess. But it seems sort of inefficient. So, in my opinion, what you should do here is sacrifice all your spawns, returning back every single permanent in your library. That way you don't have to click the permanents, because this clicking the permanents over and over is causing them a lot of problems. From a time perspective. They have the snuff out on my creature, which means it's not likely that I'll live. But to be honest, it didn't matter already. So they figured this wasn't a good enough stopping point, which makes sense. But I'm holding on to the bitter end. And I'll cycle. Grab an island. Is there anything that I could do? There's a very teeny tiny possibility that I could win. I'll play my Sunscape Familiar, play my land, pass the turn. So that's it. The spot where I played the Modern Age and milled over the counterspell was pretty unlucky. But it happens. Okay. So our opponent's going to go into game 3 with under 6 minutes on clock. Can they do it? Don't think there's anything. Maybe the Hydroblast is just weak. But there's nothing better to do. It would be funny if I could just kill their lands with Dust to Dust and stuff. Bring in a Revoke and the Lose Focus. We're on the play. Okay, I'll keep. Land, pass. Our opponent plays the Slagwood Bridge and passes. We're going to play the Chancery and see if they want to blow it up again. But I have to do what I gotta do. They play a Wellspring. I'll preordain. Grabbing an island. And then what do? Maybe I just play the island out, pass the turn. Next turn I can evoke the Muldrifter and put it back on top, maybe? Our opponent Deadly Disputes, looking for lands. Plays a land. Next turn they can win from hand. Wildfires, so yeah, still that way. They could win from hand next turn if they have the Brute Skill, etc. Find Snapback. Let's evoke the Drifter. 9 cards in hand. Do I want to put the Drifter on top? I think I'm going to go Floodplain, discard, so Familiar, discard the Plains. They cast a Rumble, finding the Glee, plays a Wellspring, and a land. Maybe I should have just like, alright, let's preordain. I'll bottom, top, play the Familiar, play the Chancery, picking up the island. Then next turn I can start doing Drifter Flicker, Drifter stuff. Assuming I don't just die. We play Chromatic Star. It must not have it right now. Plays Munitions. Don't like that very much. Shoots my creature. Okay. Shoots it again. Okay. I'm waiting for them to go all in on that. And just bounce it then. Doink. Come back to me. Now we can go land, play the Familiar. I can try Drifter, Flicker, Drifter, and then I have to draw into a Snap. Or I have Lose Focus for a triple Replicate, as well as the ability to flicker the Familiar right now. Snuff out. I'll Flicker. Save my guy. We play a Bridge. They're going to go all ham and kill my Familiar again. Okay, let's play this Pirates. Not again. Flicker again? A Deadly Dispute. And then they're gonna kill my Familiar. Seems really aggressive. They're the ones that are behind on clock. How are you going to win now? You have 4 lands. What is your plan? Don't know. We make some mana. I will return the Familiar to the top of the deck. I can kick a loose focus. We have 4 mana. Plays a bridge. Wildfire on the bridge. Okay. I don't think it's physically possible for them to win with the munitions now. Maybe it is. Familiar. Come back. Play a Drifter. Looking for Archaeomancer. Preordain, looking for lands. Snap and a land. So now that I kind of want the snap, so I guess I bottom top the snap and attack. Cycles a landscape. Okay. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is attack. They shoot the Drifter. Okay. Just wasting all of their resources. I guess that keeps them alive. I'm just going to lose focus this snuff out here. I'm just really not understanding what's happening. I'm going to go cast Drifter. Loading a blue, then I can cast the Modern Age as well. Found a Flicker. I'll just play land, flicker these 2. That's my 3rd flicker. No more left in the deck. We have Snap. Let's Modern Age. Discarding the Deep Analysis. And Deep Analysis myself. I guess I should just pass. Maybe I should have played the Modern Age. Right now we basically have the combo if we find the Archaeomancer. Cycles a landscape. 2 minutes on clock. They play a forest. They gain some life, going to 4 life. They have to have double safekeeping to win. They did not. Alright, GG. Round 3 was Wiz98. Last time I played them, they were on Familiars, so it should be interesting to see which version of Familiars is better, if that's the case. We have Preordain into turn 3 Chancery, turn 2 Chancery, turn 3 Fam Snap, Mancer. Alright, let's just go ahead and Preordain. I'll bottom. Impulsive can be good, regardless of what's going on. In these times when I have the Familiar already going, I'm fine with just slamming off that Preordain. Let's see what our opponent does. Draws Forge Bridge again. I cannot escape. Bridges until the day I die. Looks more like Affinity now. Okay. Faithless Looting means that they're on Madness Burn. They play Alms of the Vein. Snacker is going to come back next turn, probably. So Madness Burn is going to be scary a little bit. Put my Familiar in play and pass. Hopefully they just draw some cards, putting the Snacker in play, and I can like snap it and draw a bunch of cards of my own. They play Voldaren Epicure, which allows them to have a blood token, and then they can Madness 1 spell out. They're just passing. Fine Island. I'm going to play the Mancer for the Preordain. Really need to find some number of Faithfuls. I Galvanic the Fam. I'll bounce the Fam. Untap. And now I will return the Snap with the Archaeomancer, I think. Play the Familiar. They're currently at 3 cards in hand, so not representing like getting too close to lethal right now. Grab the prize if they have it right now. Oh geez, grab the prize is big. So they get to put the kitchen in play, hit us for 4, and get the Snacker back. Just don't know if they have an untapped land. Okay, tap land. So we get in, we go to 12. Or they get in. Chancery will return this. Snap this thing back. Let's Compulsive Research. Discarding a land. Got a lot of lands to discard. Deep Analysis. Snap this thing. Hardcast a Drifter. And then I can snap and replay the Drifter or just play the Modern Age. So I play the Modern Age here. Discard the Chancery. Attack for 1. We did a lot of things. Drew a lot of cards. Did not find a Faithful yet. They Faithless Looting, so they can discard the Snacker, and discard the Kitchen Imp. We'll trade the Muldrifter with the Kitchen Imp. Plays Razor Trap Gorge. Because we're at less than 13 life, it comes in untapped. They could maybe bolt the Mole Drifter. They could bolt the Familiar as well. They're tapping for red. Kills the Mole Drifter. They wasted 4 damage there. Interesting. We're at 10. I need something good. Discard an island. Preordain. Come on. Down to pirates. Play the pirate out. Land. I think I have to risk this compulsive research, or the deep analysis. On a counter spell. I'll snap this thing. Tap these 2 cards. And then attack you. Being at 7 is pretty bad. Next turn I have Archaeomancer into compulsive. If I find a flicker, I think I can maybe win. Not entirely sure. Okay, Faithless Looting. I probably should have counterspelled that. That maybe was a mistake. They have the Kitchen Imp. I'm going to counterspell the Kitchen Imp. Counter. Cycle. Need to thin my deck a little bit. Grab an island. Then I'll cycle for a plains in case I have another Modern Age. I want to discard the plains. Cycle again. It's not good at drawing those 4 Faithfuls in the top half of the deck. It's pretty important versus this deck. They have 4 cards in hand. We're at 7. 3 burn spells kills me. Grab the prize into a burn spell kills me. This is 5 damage right here. Seems very unlikely that we live. We're at 4 and then at 2. They're passing. We have no flickers in the graveyard. Down to Faithful. Faithful. Mancer. So I think I can either get back Snap and snap the Mancer and replay it, or like get back Compulsive and try to go for the win. Going Snap. Land. Attack in. They didn't have the Bolt before, so they probably don't have it right now. This gains me 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 life. So we go snap this. Then we untap. Play the Mancer. We make 1 mana. Snap again. Snap the Mancer. Untap it again. Regenerating white mana. Doesn't do very much. Mancer again. Get back to snap. Snap the Mancer again. I'm at 8. Play the Archaeomancer again. I'm at 9. I will return the snap again. Snapping puts me to 10. Replay the Mancer. Puts me to 11. I have 1 blocker for the Sneaky Snacker. And I'm going to get back the Compulsive Research. And then hopefully I can win next turn. If I had a flicker here, this is infinite flickers as the... this would be 2 mana, generate 2 mana, flicker these 2. We have another grab the prize with the Kitchen Imp. So we're at 9, 7 again. Snacker comes back. 7 after the attack. They want to throw away their Kitchen Imp for 2 damage. Answer is yes. So now I'm at 7. If I untap, I can gain 1 life with a Compulsive. They have a discard spell. Madnessing and Alms of the Vein. So now they have to draw a Galvanic Blast. We're at 4. They've used 2 Galvanics already, so the odds that they have another one are 100%. They have Lightning Bolt. And a Ping Land. Nice. Fancy. Oh man. If I'd gone for the Compulsive, we would have had the win. Okay. I guess I just got a little ahead of myself. I don't know. So, Pirate. What is the worst in the deck? I think the lose focuses are really good here. Counterspells are not that easy to cast. I don't know how good Snap is. Strand seems alright. Can cut a Flicker and a Pirates and an Archaeomancer. Bring in 2 Hydroblast. Alright, here we go. I have Hydroblast. Oh no, why did I keep? Oh no. This was a mistake. I clicked keep so quickly just because of the Hydroblast, but I thought there was a Preordain in here, which would have made it much better. Misclicked to the wind. Alright, I'll play Island and pass the turn. Bridge for the opponent. Okay. We did find our white source. Pretty lucky. They ping us. And Faithless Looting. Let's see how many snackers they discard. Double snacks. Okay. We're gonna Faithful. I only got to combo one time this whole league. Bottoming both of these. Need some lands. We do have Hydroblast if they have a draw to. They play a Draw's Forge Bridge again. They're passing. We did find another land. Sunscape, and I'm gonna pass. They go Lightning Bolt. I will attempt to snap it. Back to hand you go. Tap. Are they just gonna jam the Faithless Looting? Okay, we have the counterspell for that. No snackers. All deep analysis. I'm trying to find cards that are lands. Play an island, pass the turn. So I think next turn I was hoping to go like Familiar, Drifter, Snap Drifter. And they ended up playing the unlucky land on their turn. Land, play Familiar. They're just F6'd. I'll evoke the Drifter. Snap it. Resolves. Okay. Let's deep analysis into Modern Age. Draw some cards. Okay, we found Strands. That's awesome. So we can pitch the Strands to the Modern Age. And then I have a Plains that I don't really need. Well, Modern Age again. 7 mana. So I think I just discard. I'll discard the Plains. Next turn I have maybe Pirates into Muldrifter or Faithful into Muldrifter. We win. Sweet. Let's try to get there again. Okay, I'm keeping this on the strength of Faithful. Turn 1, we go Faithful, then Chancery. They ping us turn 1. We'll go Faithful. Turn 2 is just Chancery. Turn 3 is Familiar plus Preordain. Faithless Looting again. So their best discards are Kitchen Imp plus Snacker. They ended up just discarding Kitchen Imp. This will put me to 17. Yeah. Okay. Play my land and pick up my other land. No tax. One thing I could maybe do if they have another creature is I could go Familiar, snap both your creatures, generating some mana, and then play the Prosperous Pirates and have blue mana in play. They're getting in. Just passing. I'll play the Familiar out, and then I'll go Preordain. I feel like the Familiar is going to die here. Okay, Ghostly Flicker, I guess is fine. Top. No attacks. If the Familiar lives, I can go Plains into Prosperous Pirates and hold up Lose Focus. We're at 13. Okay, they're Faithless looting again, which is good for me, I think. They have to discard a Fiery Temper, and they can't use it, but they also discard a Looting from hand. We'll go snap this. Untap. I have way too many white sources. Play the Pirates. Just gonna go... Play the Modern Age. Probably discard the Snap now. Yeah. And then we'll see what happens. Now I've reached the infinite life situation. Assuming I find an Archaeomancer and everything else lives. Okay, so can I do this? Grab the prize. They discard the Kitchen Imp. Here's what I meant to do before. What's the Kitchen Imp on the stack? We Ghostly Flicker here. Get 2 blue mana. We replicate this. 1. Pay the 2 blue. There we go. Payback for the other time. Counter both the things. That was pretty sweet. We're at 18. We find a Deep Analysis and Drifter. I'll discard the Deep Analysis. Hardcast the Muldrifter. Land. Draw some cards. And attack. Okay, opponent lootings again. So they don't get to use any of the madness spells due to the not having lands. They've discarded lands multiple times though. They discard a Fiery Temper and a Gorge. Now they play a land. We have the double Familiar now. Play the Fam. Let's start with the Preordain. Looking for Mancer. Found it. GG. Sweet. Land. Attack. Okay, so we have 2 mana right now. We flicker here. This goes to 4 mana. Then we go blue. Archaeomancer. Return the flicker. Now, since I'm floating a mana that I'm not going to use, I'll just do yield through this turn. And this should make things faster. GG. GG opponent, thank you for that. And we'll see you in the next round, assuming they do concede. All right, they did. Thank you. Sorry about the mana screw. Let's go to round 4. We're here in round 4. We have 1 land and nothing to do with it. That's a mulligan. Okay, this is better. I'll get rid of the flicker. That's the most late game. We have another Draws Forge Bridge. This is the 4th match. Draws Forge Bridge. Every turn. Every time. I'll top both of these. This is kind of absurd. Swamp for the opponent could be Affinity, Rakdos Madness. Still have no idea. Discard the Strands. We drew a counterspell. So next turn we can go land, cycle for the plains, and hold up counterspell. Our opponent cycles Suffocating Fumes. So they are likely the Jund deck or some sort of Rakdos control. Wildfire. Let's see if they get a forest. Got that forest. We'll discard the snap, I think. Discard the snap, play the land. Pass the turn. They play another bridge. Refurb. Okay. Discard the Deep Analysis. Could have counterspelled the refurb, I guess. Maybe that's a better plan. Because I wasn't really doing anything with my mana. I really was hoping to get 4 cards out of that Deep Analysis. Blood Token. Or they played a Blood Fountain. Grab my plains. And I guess pass. Find a Mire. Let's go Familiar. And DA. Strands is good because it stops both Krark-Clan Shaman and the other thing. Galvanic Blast. Deadly Dispute. I should try to counterspell this probably. Don't really want to snap the refurb. I guess I have to let that resolve. They go cast out on the Vector Glider. I guess I snap it. I'm worried that they have an emblem. I think the refurb is like that threatening right now, but maybe it is. Okay, Galvanic Blast. We'll just counter that with the Prismatic Strands. Just going to resolve. Now I have Counterspell available. They get in for 2. Let's counterspell the Krark-Clan Shaman right now. Get out of here. The second one. Bleh. Okay, my opponent has made a mistake. Big mistake. Because they forgot that Prismatic Strands was live. And they sacrificed their board to kill my Familiar, which didn't do anything. That was great. Loved it. Oh man, you gotta pay attention to that Prismatic Strands. You get a little cocky. That was a combo for sure. I'm gonna run out the Modern Age and discard the other Modern Age, I think. It'll be the Ashbarons. Play another bridge. They've got lots of bridges where those bridges came from. Cycles. Okay, no effects. Okay, we draw and discard. Let's go ahead and discard Modern Age. Play the Familiar. Play Archaeomancer. Get the counterspell. And I guess I just have to put the Mortuary Mire in play. They have 4 artifacts on the table, which means that they could wipe my board. They're playing a Chrysalis. Big ol' spaghetti. Spaghetti coming in. Can't stop the spaghetti. Spaghetti was ready. I got lots of work. I'm just trying to entertain myself in the face of the Jund menace. Okay. Sure. There's a Wellspring. They have 5 artifacts on the table. Now they will begin sacrificing them. So they didn't respond. They're doing the Krark-Clan Shaman on top of the Ichor Wellspring. So here we just go see Flicker the Mancer. Get back to Flicker. The other one resolves. Go see Flicker the Archaeomancer again. This doesn't really matter. Flicker here. We do lose 1 Familiar. Get back to Flicker. One thing I can do is on my upkeep. Never mind. Didn't do it fast enough. We can flicker back the Familiar. So mire it back on top. And then I'll just draw it with the Mole Drifter. And then play an island. This is how I was hoping the other match would go. Where I'm just like, I don't really care what you're doing. I'm way ahead. That Monarch in the game 1 was really what sealed the deal. They're getting in for 4. Okay. We go familiar, attack with everything. I assume they block the Arcane-Mancer. Okay. So we flicker Mancer Island. They take 4. Now, if I preordain now, this sees 3 cards versus flickering the Muldrifter. Kind of faithful. Okay. I'll flicker here. Get back to flicker. Play the faithful. Put the landscape into play. I actually don't need the Muldrifter from the top of the deck. Get an island. We're going to gain some life. This is infinite life, so you just announce in paper, I'm going to make 11 billion life. Looks like they drew something. Deadly Dispute. I'll counter the Deadly Dispute. I'm going to go up to 20 and then flicker my Muldrifter to draw some cards. Having flicker in hand allows us to rebuild by flickering the Mortuary Mire after a board wipe, which could still be the case with Karkline Shaman Toxin Analysis if those are the last 2 cards in their hand. All right, 19 is fine. Let's draw some cards. Your turn. Now I have double flicker. So if they try to kill something in response to the flicker, I have a backup. Looks like they have a Chrysalis. They tapped it incorrectly. It's definitely tough to use them sometimes, the dual lands. You tap it thinking it's just going to be green, but they tapped it 4 green and they needed red. Okay, they get in. So now I just try to draw into the Prosperous Pirates. Draw 2 for 1 mana. Draw 2 again. Counterspell. Draw 2 again. There it is. So that is it. Play the Pirates. Make some mana. Then I'll just put all my things on the table. Draw into the other... Wait. Combo time. Yay. Flicker. Make some blue. I'm going to assume my opponent has nothing. And then just build up my mana. And have it yield through this turn on so that it's not so hard to do stuff. I'm actually going to snap the Faithful. So I don't have to worry about that. Just need to manage my own clock. So I'm yielding through the turn, which means that I can't let my mana pool empty. We'll go down to 1 in pool. Then crack all these for blue again. Evoke a Drifter. Draw a bunch of cards. Flicker. Oops, my bad. Shouldn't have yielded through that. Okay, that was my bad. I forgot that I would end up killing my Muldrifter that way. Evoke the Drifter. Flicker the Drifter. I was like, where's my Drifter to flicker? Oh, it's just dead. Looking for the other Arcane-Mancer. We found it, so we can now snap your stuff. Untap. Play the Arcane-Mancer. Get back to snap. Snap this one. Flicker. Get back the snaps. Bounce this one. They are F6'd, but we don't want to do too much stuff. Like, yeah, they're gonna get their tokens back. More tokens on the ground is gonna be fine. Play another, evoke another Muldrifter. 18 cards left in library. Let's draw my entire deck. Flicker it again. Then we're gonna go ahead and get back the other counterspell and some snaps, and then hold that in my hand and attack. I can Modern Age, get rid of a Faithful. That allows me to not deck out. Any other things in there? Not really. All right, so take the 2 flickers, get back the counterspell, and then we'll just make a bunch of mana. Maybe like 10 mana on the table will be fine. You're just looking at my clock. There's so much time usage already. Go click, click, and blue. All right, that's probably fine. Taste it. We have a 2-turn clock. And then we'll just discard all the tap lands, all the creatures, this land. So in paper, with them tapped out, you could just put your 2 counter spells in hand, get back all your snaps as well, and then flicker and point the Deep Analysis at them. If they have multiple snuff outs in play, that's why you have to have extra snaps in hand. They go for the Writhing Chrysalis. We'll counter it. Now they can use the Chrysalis tokens plus the swamps to cast a Refurb. Counter. On end step, we'll flicker back the counters. Make 2 blue. Could also just go flicker here to get back double counter, since I have the other flicker in hand. But it's nice just to have backups. All right, my turn. We loot away a Faithful, play a land. Let's go ahead and Arcane-Mancer. Get back to snap. and attack. Not taking any other extraneous actions, just to make my clock as high as possible. I think our opponent made some mistakes that allowed us to win this game. I'm not sure if this is actually just like the best way to be doing what we're doing. Play a Lembas, we'll counter it. Just not really interested in letting them resolve spells. It was very similar to the Rainbow Fams vibe. Our Modern Age flips. We're going to go ahead and swing for lethal. Got there. Okay, so Strands was decent. We want some number of Hydroblast, then maybe like a loose focus. So this kind of does all the things. Maybe 2 loose focus is fine. Should I get rid of all the Faithfuls? Probably. And then do I want to cut the Strands? I think 3 Hydro and then 3 counterspell effects. Then I'll cut the Strands for a Revoke. Try to Hydroblast their, maybe like Double Dust is fine. But we're really just trying to find the combo. Okay, here we go. This hand is fine. We have parts of the combo. We're going Duress turn 1. Oh, Blood Fountain. Probably going to turn 2 Refurb me then. I'll Preordain. Drifter Snap. I think we bottom the Snap and take the Drifter. I don't really think I want to snap any of their creatures specifically. If they refurb here, I discard the Deep Analysis. Nile Spellbomb. I'll cycle for a Plains. Play out an Island. Pass the turn. They Wildfire. So I think I do probably... We've been discussing whether Dust to Dust is good or not, and I think Dust to Dust in this place, like, this would be hittable, right? That might be interesting. Mortuary Mire. Just evoke a Drifter. And I have to discard the Ash Barrens. It seems okay. Could also discard the Snap. The Snap I think I might want now. Discard the Barrens. This next turn we're going to Mire back the Mole Drifter and then play the Familiar with Snap backup. It's like a protection spell. They play a Bridge. Here comes a Chrysalis. Deadly Dispute. They sacrifice the Blood Token. 5 cards in hand. We're at parity. It's hard to keep parity with the black decks nowadays. What I need is a way to combine the Deadly Dispute package with the Flicker combo win. I don't know if it's possible. Plays a Refurb. Discard the Deep Analysis. Familiar. Deep Analysis. Back to 8 cards in hand. Play a land. Now I have a Hydroblast. I have to be aware of my life total. They attack in for 2. We're at 15. Now they have the Chrysalis. What's going on? Troll of Khazad-dûm. Okay. Sure. Play the Pirate. Chancery. Pick up this. Snap your Troll. And then I'll play a Mole Drifter. Another Snap. I've got a Chrysalis now. Cannot cast the Troll. Not sure if I want to block with the Drifter. Maybe it's worth it. A Deadly Dispute the Lembas. Plays Twisted Landscape. They are attacking in. Okay, I'm just not going to block this turn. They have a Treasure Token still. Let's see what happens if I Mortuary Mire back this Mole Drifter. They're going to allow it. Preordain. Flicker Drifter. Okay. Top. Gonna snap this Chrysalis. Untap. Then jam a Drifter. So I draw the Flicker and the Arcane-Mancer. Okay. So I think I can force the Spellbomb. Let's get in. They sacrifice the Landscape. Need to maintain the Hydroblast for Karkland Shaman. Shama Dong Dong. Shama Dama. M. Night Shyamalan. Okay. Sorry. I'm loopy from playing Fams for so long. They've got Chrysalis and Troll in hand. Plays a Chrysalis. It's going to be even bigger. The biggest. Now they can cast the Troll off the Chrysalis spawns. They're doing something with the spawns. It seems like they want to use them. They get the mana. This must mean they don't have a second Chrysalis in hand. There's the Troll. They attack. I will block this time. We're just out of range of both their creatures at the same time. Another Pirates. So let's go Archaeomancer, try to get back Snap. They're going to crack the Spell Bomb. Okay. So now what should I do? I'll wait for them. See what they're going to do. No Nyxborn Hydra. That's good. Getting in. I will put the Pirate in front of this. And then flicker Pirate and Archaeomancer. All we have to respond to this with is the Hydroblast. Pass down. Okay, that's pretty bad. And then a Galvanic. I'll counter the Galvanic. Hard cast Snuff Out on what? Pirate. Okay. Find Archaeomancer. Play the Pirate. Make some mana. Land. Mancer. We'll get back the Flicker. So I can go block, 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 flicker, flicker. Can't save this. So I just have to go block, 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 block. This time we are the one who has the less clock on in the game. They cycle, okay. Hopefully they whiff. They're getting in. What's happening? Cycles landscape again. Okay. Block, block. Cancel. Block all these things. And then I'll flicker here because it's mana neutral. Yet another Snuff Out. Dang. The other option that I had there was to block with the Archaeomancer and then flicker Archaeomancer and the Mortuary Mire, which seems like it would have been better. Counterspell. Let's play Muldrifter. Find a Familiar. Play the Familiar. Blue, white, black. Cycle this. They're at 0 cards. Wow, we have flicker again. Oh, okay, so I can block and flicker here. Block and flicker here. Get counterspell. What do they have in their graveyard? Refurb. And that's it. This is kind of wild. There is definitely a chance that I survive. Gets back the refurb. That means I have to discard the counterspell. They discard Vault of Whispers. Okay. I guess I have to discard Counterspell. Block here. Flicker. Get back Mancer and bunch of extra cards. So if they have a removal spell, I'm dead, I guess. I mean, a burn spell. Flicker. This is unbelievable. They went for the Galvanic. Oh, geez. Get back the Mancer. That was lethal, my friend. I missed lethal. But I don't think I can win. I had to get back the Muldrifter. Yeah. They had lethal 7 ways. That was gross. Stack it. It's gross. Get rid of the Hydros. Just bring in the Lose Focus. Okay, I think I'm going to go for a weirder plan and go heavy on killing all their lands. Get rid of a Pirate. Get rid of 1 Flicker. People have been asking if it's a good plan, so now we get to know. Alright, we're on the play. Okay. We have a turn 3 Dust, potentially. Turn 2 Familiar, if we want as well. Our opponent's mulligan to 5, so the Dust could be pretty punishing. Land, pass a turn. They play a bridge. I'll cycle and grab the plains, and then I'm going to untap and just jam the Chancery. So here we can find out, do you have another bridge? No, they have landscape. Okay, so Dust looks bad. Wildfire for the opponent. Getting a swamp. Land. Play a fam. They play the Nile Spellbomb, so now Dust is online. You have to have 2 targets. You can't just exile 1 Slagwoods Bridge. Plays a Limbus. And they went top. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go after their lands. Get rid of these. They play a bridge. It's another land for me to kill. And I'll go after the Nile Spellbomb to make sure that's off the table. They crack the landscape, grabbing a forest. They can play a refurb right now. They don't. I'll go land, exile this and this. So their best bet is to crack the Spellbomb, which they do, and then they get to draw an extra card. So we're in the like a control mid-range mirror, right? And our opponent only has 2 lands in play. We haven't gotten rid of all of their lands, but it does seem pretty decent. Although I have no card draw spells in my hand. Whatever this is, it's getting counterspelled. Yeah, Deadly Dispute, no thanks. No. And I draw a card draw spell. Modern Age is good. Guess I just play the Chancery, pick up the Plains, and then discard that to the Modern Age. Because they're likely going to wildfire their own land. Discard, play a Familiar. Pass. Having 2 FAMs in play here is a bit of a risk, but they can't Parkland Shaman right away. Now they have Chrysalis mana again. Got the Chrysalis. Hopefully the Modern Age plus whatever my draw is sets me up well. Mole Drifter, okay. And FAM. We can discard this. So we can go, I think we just cast the Mole Drifter. Saving the Familiar in hand is decent. Find a Flicker. Draw 2 again. Play Preordain. We have Pirates and Revoke Existence. So I'm going to top and top. Play a land. Exile this. And then play the Modern Age. Discarding this other land. They have a lot of mana, but no artifacts. We discard the Familiar to a refurb, potentially. Play Deadly Dispute, a token. Easy to rebuild. Attack for 3. I'll go to 17. They're passing. Seems like they have a red spell. Okay. We flipped the Modern Age. We get to loot again. Okay, we'll discard the Dust to Dust. Try to play the Prosperous Pirates. It did resolve. Mancer? Do you have the Hydroblast or the Pyroblast? Man. Brutal. Attack for 2. So they're off red mana now. If they attack with the Writhing Chrysalis, I think it makes sense to double block. Although they could have snuff outs and things, so maybe not. I'll take the 3. I'm just going to keep trying to attack them back. Deadly Dispute, or they play a refurb. Okay. Alright, I'll attack you for 7. They block. They're at 13. Plays an Ichor Wellspring. Good pickup for them for sure. And a land. They're getting in. Fine. Can I draw a Mancer? Deep Analysis. Let's draw 2. Compulsive Research. Draw 3. Card a land. We'll get rid of your artifacts. Draw 2. I'm at 7 life though, so now I have to start blocking. On a Flicker. Okay. Let's attack with the Vector Glider. And then play out the Floodplain. I'm going to double block here, assuming that they use a removal spell, and then I'll flicker these 2 creatures. I don't know if they can afford to use a removal spell to just let it die. Cast down. So I'll flicker here. They snuff out, paying life. We get to draw and discard. Discard this land. We found a snap. So I can actually just snap this away. So far, keeping them off lands has been good. Turns out getting rid of the artifact lands is good. I'm going to draw 3. Lorien Revealed, coming in clutch. Revoke Existence, Pirates. Preordain. Can we find the Mancer? No. Top. Preordain again. Bottom. Top the Preordain. Land. I will Preordain again. Okay. Bottom. Top the Drifter. Get rid of this thing. Hardcast the Mole Drifter. Found a counterspell. So that should be it. Pirates, attack you. Overall, I think the Ponza plan was pretty good, I would say. GG. One more. Will we be able to fade Dross Forge Bridge? We're here versus Lindoso 01. Play all sorts of decks. I'll keep this. They mulligan to 6. I'm going to guarantee... Okay, what's the over-under? Will it be Dross Forge Bridge? Island Pass. Silver Bluff Bridge. Oh, opponent. They don't know what to do. Yeah, that's not cool. Alright. Faithful into Preordain. I like Chancery. I'll bottom the island, top the Chancery. So it's just Affinity. If by just Affinity you mean plays 7 Mirror Enforcers turn 2. Okay. I have another Faithful. Play the Chancery. Pick up the planes. I guess if they refurb, I have to discard the Modern Age. They play a Mirror Enforcer. Okay. So we can tempo that. Go back to hand. Please recast. Do not pass go. Untap. And a Drifter. We draw a Preordained Modern Age. Refurb, I'll discard the Modern Age. They Deadly Dispute their Wellspring. What are they looking for? Maybe some other artifact to cast? Plays a Krark-Clan Shaman out. Let's go ahead and draw 3. That sounds good. Okay. They play Mirror Enforcer again. Getting in. No blocks. I'm gaining 2 life every time I cast a blue spell, so I'm definitely not blocking a 2-power creature. Okay, my turn. Let's go Preordain. If I found maybe counterspells interesting. Bottom the Modern Age. I guess the counterspell's good. Play the land. I'll get in. And then zoop, play another Muldrifter. And they use a cast down on the Muldrifter. That's a 3 for 1. We have another Faithful. They get in, I'll block. 3 mana. Is that going to be a Kenku? It is a Kenku. The post-combat Kenku. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, Silver Bluff Bridge. I'll play Archaeomancer. Grab the Snap. Play out the Chancery. Pick up the planes, and then snap the bridge. See if they want to kill it with a Deadly Dispute or something. They go Toxin Analysis. Sure. And they're going to sacrifice their bridge. Okay. Get in. You have 2 cards in hand. Galvanic Blast. So they're riding high on this Refurbished Familiar here. Cracks the Clue. 3 cards in hand. Another Refurb. I'll get rid of the planes, I guess. Nihil Spellbomb for the opponent. Another Krark-Clan Shaman. Okay. Faithful. Into Modern Age. We'll discard the Deep Analysis. And then draw 2. And then cast a Preordain. Bottom. I guess the Prosperous Pirates is probably okay as like beaters. We have counterspell for like a Blood Fountain or something. Play an Ichor Wellspring. Gets in for 4. Land. My turn. I'm very prepared for this matchup, I hope. We draw and discard. Discard the island. We'll go Sunscape Familiar. Play a pirate. Now I have a beater. How can you deal with that? It is way too big. Plays a land. Okay. They're attacking for 4. On my turn, I find a Muldrifter. And I flip my Modern Age. So let's just go ahead and attack with the Prosperous Pirates. I'm going to finally crack this for an island. And then play out a Muldrifter. We have 1 Archaeomancer in the graveyard, so there's 2 left in the deck. Land. 6. So this will draw 3, discard 1. All Compulsive Research. Discard these planes. Mirror Enforcer, okay. Maybe I should have countered that. Was not thinking. Now they're passing. They're going for the Krark wipe. Sacrifices the Mirror Enforcer. Okay, so we're going to let a couple of these resolve. And then Ghostly Flicker on Familiar and Muldrifter. Draw some cards. Finding a Snap. Wonder if I should snap this. I don't think that the Faithful matters that much right now. So I guess I'm okay right now. They cracked the Spellbomb. Little did they know. We have 2 more flickers in the entire deck. They thought that was it. Wellspring. Okay. We're just kind of like staring at each other. They have 1 card. Play a pirate. Play another one. Play a land. I'm going to attack. Okay. Let's just snap back the Muldrifter. Untap. I have so many treasures in play. It's like Treasure Storm. They take 2. Let's play Muldrifter. Looking for Archaeomancer again. Is it faithful? Easy. And then here's another Mulldrifter. There's the Arcane Answer. So probably win next turn. So I think I just need to hold on to the counterspell. We can make infinite mana, right? Because we can make infinite... I just counter that. We can make infinite white by Flicker Snap on the Faithful. And then we can filter that white into infinite everything by flickering the Prosperous Pirates. Plays a Kenku. Okay. It's combo time. Oh, made it easy. Get ready. Familiar. Arcane Answer. We grab the counterspell. We play Arcane Answer again. Grab the snap. Bounce this. Untap. Bounce this one. Untap some more. Cycle and grab an island. Last one on the deck. Flicker. And then bounce your other two creatures and attack you. Then I'll make infinite mana. Alright, we win. Sweet. Now, I'm fully prepared. I am not here to play. I'm here to Hansa Affinity. Get 2 more Revoke Existences. And then I do think that Loose Focus are better than the other counterspells. So we can cut some of these. Loose Focus. Let's do it. Okay, this is what we came to do. Keep. Oh my god, this hand. We need 1 more land. All right. Turn 2, revoke. Okay, Floodplain, go. Plays a Vault. Do a refurb. I'll discard the Deep Analysis. Then land into revoke this. Taking them off of the black source stops them from having Deadly Dispute mana. Plays a refurb. I'll discard Modern Age. Play this landscape. Then we'll go white, tap, blue. Snap this. Untap, untap. White, dust to dust. Enjoy. They play a bridge. Crack. Let's go Deep Analysis. Draw 2. Crack this for an island. Play my Mortuary Mire out. Okay, nothing from the opponent. Let's play the Familiar. Land. Arcane Answer. Get back. Revoke Existence. They kill the Familiar. Or the guy. The Arcane Answer. Not Familiar. Okay. Let's just kill your land. They Deadly Dispute the land. This is fine. Well, Chancery. Picking up the Mortuary Mire. Little do they know I have another Dust to Dust in hand. This is how you handle Affinity. It's what the PFP wants. Let's, this kind of stinks because I guess if I Mortuary Mire the Arcane Answer, then they have to crack the Spell Bomb. Okay. That seems like a fine trade. We traded our Arcane Answer for a ridiculous amount of their cards. Modern Age. Discard the land. We have Loose Focus now. So I will eventually have an attacker. They're chilling on 1 swamp. Could not kill that land. G. Oh man, the Bridges format. Overall, the Pirates fams was pretty fun. We got to combo off a couple of times. I don't know if it's better, but I think that having just that oops, I win is kind of neat. And we probably... No, we didn't punt round 1. We just got buried by emblems. So hopefully it was a fun watch. We'll see you in the next video.